Genesis chapter 25, verse 1. The death of Abraham. Abraham had taken another wife, whose name was Keturah. Verse 2. She bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. Verse 3. Jokshan was the father of Sheba, and Dedan, the descendants of Dedan were the Ashurites, the Letushites, and the Leumites. Verse 4. The son of Midian were Eppah, Epher, Hanok, Abida, Elda. All these were descendants of Keturah. Verse 5. Abraham left everything he owned to Isaac. Verse 6. But while he was still living, he gave gifts to the sons of his concubines, and sent them away from his son Isaac to the land of the east. Verse 7. Abraham lived 175 years. Verse 8. Then Abraham breathed his last and died at a good old age, an old man and full of years, and he was gathered to his people. Verse 9. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah near Mamre, in the field of Ephron, son of Zohar, the Hittite. Verse 10. The field Abraham had bought from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with his wife Sarah. Verse 11. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who then lived near Lahal Roy, Ishmael's son. Verse 12. This is the account of the family of Abraham's son, Ishmael, whom Sarah's slave Hagar the Egyptian bore to Abraham. So hot. Just need to read it. Hello. Okay. Verse 13. These are the names of the sons of Ishmael, listed in the order of their birth. Nebaioth, Nebaioth, Nebai, Nebaioth, the firstborn of Ishmael. Kedar, Adbil, Mibsam. Verse 14. Mishma, Duma, Masa. Verse 15. Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Napish, and Kedama. Verse 14. These were the sons of Ishmael, and these are the names of the 12 tribal rulers according to their settlements and camps. Verse 17. Ishmael lived 137 years. He breathed his last and died, and he was gathered to his people. Verse 18. His descendants settled in the area from Havilah to Shur, near the eastern borders of Egypt, to go toward Ashur, and they lived in hostility toward all the tribes who lived with them. Jacob and Esau. Verse 19. This is the account of the family line of Abraham's son Isaac. Abraham became the father of Isaac. Verse 20. And Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel, the Aramean from Padan Aram, and the sister of Laban the Aramean. Verse 21. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife, because she was childless. The Lord answered his prayers, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. Verse 22. The babies jostled each other within her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. She went to inquire of the Lord. Verse 23. The Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples from within you will be separated. And one people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." Verse 24. When the time came for her to give birth, there were twins in her womb. Hmm. Verse 25. The first to come out was red, and his whole body was like a hairy garment. So they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out with his hand grasping Esau's heel. So he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah gave birth to them. Verse 27. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was content to stay at home among the tents. Verse 28. Isaac, I- Isaac, who had tasted for wild game, loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Verse 29. Once, when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau came in from the open country, famished. He said to Jacob, verse 30, he said to Jacob, "Quick, let me have some of that red stew. I'm famished." That is why he was also called Edom. Verse 31, Jacob replied, "First, sell me your birthright." Verse 32, "Look, I am about to die," Esau said. "What good is the birthright to me?" Verse 33, but Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swear on oath to him, selling his birthright to Jacob. Verse 34, then Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentils too. He ate and drank, and then got up and left, so Esau despised his birthright. Verse 34, then Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentils too. He ate and drank, then got up and left, so Esau despised his birthright. Hmm. What does that even entail? I mean, that means Esau was the older one that has to serve Jacob because he got tricked, or it's more like a favor and then this is the price. It could work on both things. Genesis chapter 26, verse 1. Isaac and Abimelech. Now there was a famine in the land, besides the previous famine in Abraham's time, and Isaac went to Abimelech's king of the Philistines in Gerar. Verse 2. The Lord appeared to Isaac and said, "Do not go down to Egypt. Live in the land where I tell you to live." Verse 3. Stay in this land for a while, and I will be with you and will bless you. For to you and your descendants, I will give all these lands and will confirm the oath I swore to your father Abraham. Verse 4. I will make you, I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and will give them all these lands, and through your offspring all nations on earth will be blessed. Verse 5. Because Abraham obeyed me and did everything I require of him, keeping my commands, my decrees, and my instructions. Verse 6. So Isaac stayed in Gerar. Verse 7. Hmm. When the man of that place asked him about his wife, he said, she is my sister. Um, because he was afraid to say, she is my wife, and thought, the man of this place might kill me on account of Rebecca because she is. Like father and son, Abraham and Isaac. Man, verse 28. Verse 8. When Isaac had been there a long time, Abimelech, king of the Philistines, looked down from a window and saw Isaac caressing his wife Rebekah. Verse 9. So Abimelech summoned Isaac and said, she is really your wife. Why did you say she is my sister? Let's see. Okay, Isaac answered him because I thought I might lose my life on account of her. This is a good thing, or really fortunate one. Verse 10. Then Abimelech said, what is this you have done to us? One of the man might well have slept with your wife, and you would have brought guilt upon us. Verse 11. So Abimelech gave orders to all the people, anyone who harms this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. Verse 12. Isaac planted crops in that land, and the same year reaped 100-fold, because the Lord blessed him. Oof, I forgot to do something. Verse 13. The man became rich, and his wealth continued to grow until he became very wealthy. Verse 14. He had so many flocks and herds and servants that the Philistines envied him. Verse 15. So all the wells that his father's servants had dug in the time of his father Abraham, the Philistines stopped up filling them with earth. Verse 16. Then Abimelech said to Isaac, move away from us. You have become too powerful for us. Verse 17. So Isaac moved away from there and then camped in the valley of Gerar, where he settled. Verse 18. Isaac reopened the wells that had been dug in the time of his father Abraham, which the Philistines had stopped up after Abraham died, and he gave them the same names his father had given them. Okay? Verse 19. Isaac's servants dug in the valley and discovered a well of fresh water there. Verse 20. But the herders of Gerar quarreled with those of Isaac and said, the water is ours, so he named the well Esek, because they disputed with him. Verse 21. Then they dug another well, but they quarreled over that one also, so he named it Sitnah. Verse 22. He moved on from there and dug another well. No one quarreled over it, and he named it Rehoboth, saying, now the Lord has given us room, and we will flourish in the land. Verse 23. From there he went up to Beersheba. Hmm. My voice is dying. Verse 24. That night the Lord appeared to him and said, I am the God of your father Abraham. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will bless you and will increase the number of their descendants for the sake of my servant Abraham. 25. Isaac built an altar there and called on the name of the Lord. There he pitched his tent, and there his servant dug a well. Verse 26. Meanwhile, Abimelech had come to him from Gerar with Ahuzat, personal advisor, and Phicol, to name the commander of his forces. Verse 27. Isaac asked them, why have you come to me, since you were hostile to me and sent me away? Verse 28. He answered, we saw clearly that the Lord was with you, as we said. So we said, there ought to be a sworn agreement between us and you. Let us make a treaty with you. Verse 29. That you will do us no harm, just as we did not harm you, but always treat you well and sent you away peacefully. Now you are blessed by the Lord. Um, that's been the sake for like a long time ago that Isaac was blessed. It was only publicly knowledge right now. But to them, I guess it makes sense that the Lord blessed Isaac right now. Do they even know that Abraham was blessed by the Lord? Guess not. Verse 30. Isaac then made a feast for them, and they ate and drank. Verse 31. Early the next morning, the men swore on oath to each other. Then Isaac sent them on their way, and they went away peacefully. Verse 32. That day Isaac's servants came and told him about the well that they had dug. They said, we found water. Verse 33. He called it Sheba. And to this day, the name of the town has been Beersheba. Beersheba. Jacob takes Esau's blessing. Verse 34. When Esau was 40 years old, he married Judith, daughter of Beri the Hittite, and also Basemath, daughter of Elon the Hittite. Verse 5. They were also with Isaac and Rebekah. Why? Why are they a source of truth for Rebekah and Isaac? Verse 27. Wait, did I say verse 27? Chapter 27, verse 1. When Isaac was old and his eyes were so weak that he could no longer see, he called for Esau, his older son, and said to him, "My son, here I am," he answered. Verse 2. Isaac said, "I am now an old man and don't know the day of my death." Verse 3. Now get your now then get your quiver and bow and go out to the open country to hunt some wild game for me. Verse 4. Prepare me the kind of tasty food I like, bring it to me to eat, so that I may give you my blessing before I die. Verse 5. Now Rebekah was listening as Isaac spoke to his son Esau. And Esau left for the open country to hunt game and bring back. Verse 6. Rebekah said to her son Jacob, "Look, I overheard your father say to your brother Esau." Verse 7. Bring me some game and prepare me some tasty food to eat, so that I may give you my blessing in the presence of the Lord before I die. That's not really what happened, but I guess that's also a fair interpretation. Verse 8. Now, my son, listen carefully and do what I tell you. Verse 9. Go out to the flock and bring me two choice young goats, so I can prepare some tasty food for your father, just the way he likes it. Verse 10. Then take it to your father to eat, so that he may give you his blessing before he dies. Verse 11. Jacob said to Rebekah's mother, "But my brother Esau is a hairy man, while I have smooth skin." Verse 12. What if my father touches me? I will appear to be tricking him, and will bring down a curse on myself rather than now bless. That's a good question. Should not trick someone. Verse 13. His mother said, "My son, let the curse fall on me, and just do what I say. Go and get them for me." Verse 14. So he went and got them and brought them to his mother, and she presented them tasty food, just the way his father liked it. Then Rebekah took the best clothes of Esau, her older son, which she had in the house, put them on her younger son Jacob. Verse 16. She also covered his sons and the smooth part of his neck with goat with with the goat skin. Verse 17. Then she handed to her son Jacob the tasty food and bread she had made. Verse 18. He went to his father and said, "My father." Yes, Mr. Andrew. "Who is it?" Verse 19. Jacob said to his father, "I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Please sit up and eat some of my game, so that you may give me your blessing." Verse 20. Isaac asked his son, "How did you find it so quickly, my son?" "The Lord your God gave me success," he replied. "Should be my God also, but okay." Verse 21. Then Isaac said to Jacob, "Come near so I can touch you, my son, to know whether you really are my son Esau or not." Verse 22. Jacob went in close to his father Isaac to touch him, and said, The voice is, the voice is the voice of Jacob, but the hands are the hands of Esau." Verse 23. He did not recognize him, for his hands were hairy like those of his brother Esau. So he proceeded to bless him. Verse 24. Are you really my son, Esau? He asked. I am, he replied. Man, that's a lot of lies. Verse 25. Then he said, my son, bring me some of your game to eat so that I may give you my blessing. Jacob brought it to him and he ate. When he brought some wine and he drank. Verse 26. Then his father Isaac said to him, come here, my son, and kiss me. Verse 27. So he went to him and he kissed him. Isaac caught the smell of his clothes. He blessed him and said, ah, the smell of my son, like the smell of the field God has blessed. The Lord has blessed. Verse 28. May God give you heaven's dew and earth's richness, and abundance of grain and new wine. Verse 29. May nations serve you, and people bow down to you. Be Lord over to your brothers, and may the son of your mother bow down to you. May those who curse you be cursed, and those who bless you be blessed. Really, the prophecy of the Lord has come. Literally, what he said. The Your older brother will be your servant, even though he is the stronger one, and he will serve the younger. That's in the previous chapter. Verse 30. After Isaac finished blessing him, and Jacob had scarcely left his brother's presence, his brother Esau came in from hunting. Verse 31. He too prepared some tasty food and brought it to his father. Then he said to him, and my father, please sit up and eat some of my game so that you may give me your blessing. Verse 32. Verse 32. His father Isaac asked him, who are you? I am your son, he answered. Firstborn Esau. Verse 31. Isaac trembled violently and said, who was it then that hunted game and brought it to me? I ate it just before you came, and I blessed him, and indeed he will be blessed. Verse 34. When Esau heard his father's word, he burst out with a loud and bitter cry and said to his father, bless me too, my father. Verse 35. But he said, your brother came deceitfully and took your blessing. Verse 36. Esau said, isn't he rightly named Jacob? This is the second time he has taken advantage of me. He took my birthright, and now he has taken my blessing. Then he asked, haven't you received any blessings from me? I don't know how that's possible, bro. Like, the only ones who can give blessings is the Lord. Maybe it's like shaman magic, I don't know. There is miracles in the Old Testament. Maybe there's magic there that's happening. But it's the Lord that gives blessings. Hmm. Verse 27. Isaac answered, verse 37. Isaac answered Esau, have made him lord over you, and had made all his relatives his servants. and I have sustained him with grain and new wine. So what can I possibly do for you, my son? Verse 38. Esau said to his brother, you have only one blessing, my father? Bless me too, my father. Then Esau wept aloud. Verse 39. His father Isaac answered him, your dwelling will be away from the earth's rich, away from the dew of heaven above. Verse 40. You will live by the sword and you will serve your brother. But when you grow restless, you will throw his yoke from off your neck. Verse 41. And Esau held a grudge against Jacob because of the blessing his father had given him. He said to himself, the days of mourning for my father are near. Then I will kill my brother Jacob. Verse 42. And Rebekah was told that her older son Esau had said, she sent for her younger son Jacob and said to him, your brother Esau is planning to avenge himself by killing me. Verse 43. Now then, my son, do what I say. Flee at once to my brother Laban in Haran. 44. Stay with him for a while until your brother's fury subsides. Oh my goodness. It's like such an unfortunate like reality. Like the opportunistic people makes other people's lives worse. Because of your greed, your opportunistic mind, everything was taken from someone else. Rebecca, I don't understand why you do this. Maybe another culture shock. Verse 45. When your brother is no longer angry with you and forgets what you did to him, I'll send word for you to come back from there. Why should I lose both of you in one day? Verse 46. And Rebecca said to Esau, I'm disgusted with living because of this Hittite woman. If Jacob takes a wife from among the women of this land, from Hittite woman like this, my life will not be worth living. Okay, sure. That's like, I don't even know why are you giving like ultimatums? That's crazy. Verse verse 25, chapter 25 to chapter 27, chapter 25 to chapter 27 of Genesis. Amen to the Lord. Salamat po.